joined by Ofir Akunis, who's the consul general for Israel in New York. It's always good to see you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
What about this idea that maybe there's an end in sight or a deal to be made? I mean, that, like I said, it seemed like the stock market reacted a little bit, but do you think there's anything to it?
First of all, I'm so very glad to see the green screens, but I think that the only problem now is the Ayatollahs. As you know, during the 60 days of negotiation between the United States and Iran, during the negotiation, they continue to progress their nuclear weapon plan and their ballistic missiles plan to destroy the state of Israel. Now, after less than 1 week, they want a ceasefire. There's no problem with ceasefire, but now there's conditions. We want them to destroy their nuclear weapon and to destroy their ballistic missiles. That's it. It's so simple.
Okay, so the conditions for stopping, destroy their ballistic missiles and their nuclear weapons, that has to be verified by, how would that be verified?
They need to do it. They need to, first of all, they need to declare that they will not progress their nuclear program anymore, and the ballistic missile plan to destroy the state of Israel, and then we want to see it, of course.
So President Trump, as you know, is in Canada for the G7, but he made some comments. I think this was before leaving, but about this idea of peace, of getting some sort of a deal. Here's a part of what the president said.
Well, I hope there's going to be a deal. I think it's time for a deal, and we'll see what happens. But sometimes they have to fight it out, but we're going to see what happens. I think there's a good chance there'll be a deal.
So I think there's a good chance there will be a deal. So you're saying yes if those conditions are met.
Of course.
Yeah.
We never want to strike Iran, but we must do it to prevent their plan to destroy the state of Israel. And they saying it for almost 50 years. By the way, they're saying death to America as well.
Yeah.
So death to Israel and death to America. So we don't have any other choice. We must prevent that. We are doing very well in Iran in the last 5 days. It's almost a week since the beginning of the operation. And we'll continue to do it, to defend our people. I want to tell you something, to defend the Western civilization, because the Ayatollahs are against the Western civilization. This is the whole story of this operation.
But your specific conditions for peace don't include regime change in Iran necessarily. Is that a goal of this operation?
No, we said that there's 2 goals to this operation: the nuclear weapon and the ballistic missiles. By the way, they fired almost 400 ballistic missiles against our civilians, and they killed almost 20 Israelis in the last 48 hours. Yeah. We never fired toward civilians. We fired toward military and nuclear sites. That's it, and that's the difference. We cherish life. They prefer dead Jews in the state of Israel.
How much capability do you think Iran has left?
No,
a lot.
Still, I don't know. We are doing well, as I just said, but we will have a few things to do there in the next days, at least.
So it sounds like you think this will drag on a little bit in terms of your optimism, or there's no indication, in other words, from Iran?
There's no, and we heard that they leaked something, that they asked from the Russians and from the Qataris that they want a ceasefire. Well, now they want a ceasefire. I don't know if to laugh or to cry, because now after they smuggled weapon to the Yemens. By the way, they want to smuggle them a nuclear bomb. They wanted the Yemens will use a nuclear bomb against Israel. By the way, as I said to you, I think it was one month ago, that there is no such a thing like Houthis. It's an Iranian unit. You know, the nickname is Houthis.
Right, when we say Iranian proxy.
That's right, and they used their proxies for decades against Israel. I'm talking about Hezbollah in the south, in Lebanon. I'm talking about Hamas in the Gaza Strip, and of course the Houthis lately from Yemen. So now they want a ceasefire. Okay, maybe they will say to the world, to the international community, that they will destroy their nuclear weapon and their ballistic missiles toward Israel. By the way, not only toward Israel, toward Europe and the United States as well. And when we'll see it, when the American administration will see it, and the Europeans as well, then we can talk about
those are the
ceasefire.
conditions.
That's right.
Ofir Akunis,
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.